What's going on, everybody? My name is Stanley Stouter with Stouter Sells, and I'm excited to be with you guys today. If you're in any form of sales or sales management, you have definitely been a part of probably either a phenomenal culture of sales or a terrible culture. You either have had great managers or you've had terrible managers. And at the end of the day, guys, what I want to do with this channel is I really want to build upon all of us sharing ideas from around the country in different industries with different leaders and bosses, and just helping each and every person that's a part of this channel really grow. And so to really kick this off, what I want to talk about today is a great sales culture. You see, there's a lot of companies out there that just have a great culture, and that is fantastic, right? Whether that's with the marketing team, the back end office, finance people, administration, all these roles are incredibly valuable, and they deserve and need to have a great culture to be successful. But as salespeople, we are a unique breed. You see, many of us, either 100% of our entire income comes from what we go out and create. And then the other part of us might have a nice base salary plus a great bonus structure, or however your finances are kind of structured. But we can all agree that having a great sales culture makes a massive difference, not only in our productivity, but in what we can bring to the table and the attitude in which we go into work with. You see, I manage a sales team now, and what I want to do in this video is share a practical tip that I use as a sales manager with my people to help build great energy, help them know that they're valued and appreciated, and hopefully continue to build upon a great sales culture. So one of the things I do is a lot of times my salespeople have the bulk of their business done on the weekends. So what I typically will do is on Friday at around 5 or 6 o'clock, I will call each and every one of my salespeople. Not every single week, but very often. And I'll simply call them and I'll just, start off by being like, hey, I want you to know that I see you, I appreciate you, and I want to thank you for all you did this week. You see, what I didn't do in that segment was say, hey, what do you have working this weekend? How do you plan on hitting your sales goal? What's going on with that one deal? What are the deal points that we're working through? Is that valuable information for me to have as a sales manager? Of course. This is information that I need to help them. But in that very moment, the last thing they need from me before going into a hard weekend away from their families or away from people and their friends is more questions. What they really need right there is a hell of a lot of energy, someone pushing them, someone caring for them, and someone showing them that, hey, I see and appreciate the things you do outside of just hitting your numbers and your quota. You see, we live in a very transactional world, right? Everything. If you do this for me, I'll do this for you. And that's how we tend to live our entire life. And that's how our workforce is. Hey, you're a valued part of our team as long as you're doing your job. Hey, you're a valued part of our sales team as long as you're hitting your quota. What happens on those down months? What happens on the months when you're not hitting your quota, when you have had a bad week, when your family gets COVID or someone passes away or you're just not in a great headspace? Do we stop caring for people then? You see, so often in Fortune 500 and sales cultures across the country, that's the reality. So as sales managers, we keep looking for all these hidden secrets on how to be a great leader and how to fire up our people and get the most out of them. Well, I want to encourage you with this today. If you're a sales manager and you got a team of people that report to you, I would encourage you to care for them even in their down period. That is your greatest opportunity to drive home the sales culture that you want. It's your greatest moment when they're down for you to rise up. You see, leaders rise when others are falling. Leaders care when others don't. And what I want to encourage you today is this. Your salespeople already know that they're struggling. If they're behind, trust me, no one knows that more than they do. And I'm not saying every salesperson, cares and all that stuff, and we can dive into that later. But for the majority and I believe the vast majority of salespeople, they want to succeed. I don't believe anybody wakes up in the morning and go, I can't wait to be terrible at my job today. That's just not a reality for a lot of us. So if you're a sales manager out there and you have a salesperson who's struggling, I encourage you to call them up. Don't ask them about their quota. Don't ask them about what they have working. Don't ask them how they plan on hitting their number this week. Simply call them and tell them, hey, I just want to encourage you. I just want to tell you that I saw when you filled up the fridge full of water. I saw when you hung the sold sign outside on that property. I saw when you were making the packets with the collateral and making copies for your team members, and I appreciate you doing that. I want you to know that I'm here for you, And if something comes up, let me know, because I'm in the boat with you. I'm rowing with you. I want you to get that just as bad as you do. And I care for you, and I hope that I can help you. You see, sales leaders, this is your time to shine. You want to build a great sales culture? It's not about wringing your people dry and getting every last drop out of them. You want to build a great sales culture? Care for your people when they're struggling. Be there for them and care for them in a way that they don't expect you to. And I promise you, their loyalty will go up, their production will go up, and overall, their results will go up. I hope this encouraged you out there. Like the video if you wouldn't mind, subscribe, and most importantly, let's start building a community. Let's talk to each other. If you're in insurance sales, I want to hear from you. If you're in real estate, I want to hear from you. If you're in hospitality, talk to me. Let me know how you have had great sales leaders in your life. Tell me about the bad ones. Help us so we can build a community of people that care for each other, and we can build a community of salespeople and sales leaders that are changing the way the world views sales and the way we build culture forever. I hope this video encouraged you guys. Thank you for watching, and let me know that you're out there. Talk to you guys again soon. Bye-bye.